Now let's imagine that these 4 blocks here, we'll split them in half this way to make a half square triangle. So we're going to exit out of QBOT just by pushing the stop button. It takes us back to the beginning of the square. We're at start, we're going to push the go button, and now we're going to do 4-point scaling. Now if our triangle has 3 points, the question is, if you're going to do 4-point scaling, how do we get to 3 points? So I'm going to say 4-point scaling type, press go. Upper right is going to be in the upper right hand corner. So that's changed. So right upper. Right lower is just slightly lower than the right upper. Left upper is exactly where it would be on our square block. It hasn't changed. And left lower to the bottom left. Proportional no. We want to fill that space. So we're going to do proportional no. We're not going to rotate, and it's going to scale the file. So now the file has done 100% of the size that we picked in that half square triangle. And it says go equals move to start on QBOT. So we're going to move to start by pushing the go button. Again, we don't know where the start is, but QBOT does. You probably have it memorized by now. We're going to pick up the bobbin thread by doing needle up, down. And then we do not need to fine tune, so we're going to press go to start. And you'll notice that our square has now become a triangle. Again, as we saw in the rectangle shape, the triangle shape, your lower and upper sections are smaller than your side, and that's because we did proportional no, so that it would fill that space with the design. Depending on the design you do, it may skew it to fit in that space, but it will definitely fit it into the space from this corner all the way down to this corner and then up to the top left. QBOT just makes it so much easier to do things like this with quilting. Okay, we're at that 3/4 of a way, so it's almost complete. Once this half square triangle is complete, we're going to go in and show the differences between proportional yes and no. So we'll do proportional yes here. Looks pretty good. Exactly the area that we selected. So now we're going to do the same design. Once I pull the bobbin thread up, same design, select start. We're going to do 4-point scaling. Move our bobbin thread out of the way that we clipped. So right upper is here. Right lower will be here. Left upper is just above left lower. Proportional yes. Now, keep in mind when we did our original design, it was a square. Watch what happens with this one. Rotation, no, so it's going to scale the design. We've showed you trace boundary earlier in this video, so we're going to say no at this time. And press go to move to start. Now, the thing to remember with proportional yes is, if it's a square and you put it in a triangle or any shape, proportional yes is always going to keep it a square. And we've pulled our bobbin thread up, no fine tune needed. Gonna clip our thread, and it has reduced this design to 55% of the size that it originally was to keep it a square and fit it into that space. So this one will be very small. So I love that you can take a large design, reduce it to a very small design, and still keep the aesthetics of the design and the beauty. Once it reaches the top, the design will be done. So I've had a great time with you today showing you proportional yes, proportional no, a triangle, proportional no, and a triangle, proportional yes. Enjoy your quilting with QBOT. Happy quilting!